So, does anyone want to try calculating this equation? Go on. The answer might surprise you.
The answer is 33.3 rep attended, context of the line of question. But, if you follow the order of operations, it's actually undefined.
Oh, very good, young man. Are you another one of the Briefs kids? Where's your older brother?
Professor, it's me, Gohan. Someone used the Dragon Balls to wish me younger for some reason.
What?
Hopefully it gets sorted out soon enough.
Gohan, what the hell is this?
So, I guess date night is canceled then?
Yeah. Gohan, I don't want to go to prison. How about I just take you to the playground and buy you some ice cream?
Just because I look this way doesn't mean I'm actually a baby. But yes, I would like some ice cream.
This video is an alternate take on DragonBall Daima, in that it covers a timeline in which Goku ended up marrying Bulma instead of Chi-Chi after the 23rd World Tournament. This in turn leads to some much more emotionally resonant storytelling beats that come as a result of this minor shift. For example, Goku marries his closest friend, leading to more complex character writing for both of them. Not only that, Gohan and Trunks are brothers in this context, making the future Trunks story much more emotionally charged, in that Bulma sends Trunks back to save their family. Chi-Chi, in not being able to marry Goku, becomes a full-fledged Z fighter, and in turn the strongest of the human fighters, at least until sometime in the Buu saga since Tien kept training. She of course grows close to Krillin during the adventure on Namek. Vegeta, in being unable to get Chi-Chi's attention on Namek, and Bulma likely wanting nothing to do with him if she's married to Goku, ends up emotionally isolated. Until of course a certain lady breaks both his arms. Events force them into the time chamber to train for Cell, and they come to respect one another, which later blossoms into a relationship in the 7 years between Cell and Buu. But don't worry, this video is self-contained, so you can watch this, then watch the other videos, which will be linked in the description and the pinned comment. Enjoy the show.
Bulma, look what I found! Master Roshi held on to it for me.
Wow, that brings back memories. I guess you kind of outgrew it, but it couldn't hurt to have this time.
It's all coming back to me. But I do remember you being a lot taller. It feels weird being able to look you in the eye like this.
Oh my god, remember when I tried to give you a bath?
Oh yeah, you thought I was a baby or something. No, I'm just short.
Just a ray of sunshine, aren't they? I'm almost jealous. Hey, Vegeta, would it kill you to be like 10% more affectionate?
Have I not improved, Lazuli? Maybe I'll give it a try if I'm in a good mood.
Well, it was worth a shot.
They'll never understand human relationships. It's so much easier to just lay an egg and be done with it.
While I'd love to include Gohan in the Demon Realm adventure, Daima, or in this case ZAIMA, is clearly focused on the first gen cast, and I'd instead like to give Gohan his due focus in the End of Z era, where there's more I can do with him. During the Daima conflict, Gohan is maybe 20 and is clearly focused on college if he ends up getting a PhD later in the timeline. Don't worry, he'll get some more shine in another video, I promise. So the thing about DragonBall Daima is that, plot-wise, the Zeta timeline's version of these events are more or less the same, but the character dynamics and context are instead altered due to the butterfly effect. Given the changes to the Buu saga from that fateful choice, the Demon Realm roster would be overall more powerful and slightly different, but still. Initially, the Supreme Kai, Glorio, and Goku would go first, since there's no reason to believe these changes would alter the advanced party that goes to scout out the situation. The modified roster for the Demon Realm adventure would have Goku, Bulma, Piccolo, Vegeta, Lazuli, and Supreme Kai, since Daima is clearly focused on the first gen of fighters, as I said. I left 17 off the roster since logistically they'd have to have some of their strong fighters on Earth at any given time to account for planetary threats, or just the event that the away team fails to return to Earth in a timely fashion. So I guess the reserve team would be Gohan, Lapis, Tien, Krillin, Kibito, and Chi-Chi. Even then, someone has to take the L with babysitting the second gen cast, who in turn have been made into literal babies.
There you are. What the hell are you doing in here, Pepper?
Training.
Pepper, you're gonna hurt yourself. I'll tell you what. If you hold off on training until you're back to normal, I'll take you to see Goten every day until then. I thought you'd want to see him. Okay, let's go.
As much as I wanted to bring the human fighters along, they've more or less retired from fighting, save for Tien, and he's not bridging that gap anytime soon. Now with that said, I'm going to give Tien his flowers and say he is the strongest human post-Cell. As the rest of the Demon Realm team catches up to Goku, Supreme Kai, Glorio, and Pansy, we also have to talk about some of the fun interactions that would happen there as well. Goku and Bulma are married in this timeline. She's the mother of this timeline's Gohan, Trunks, Goten, and later on, Bulma. She's lived through all the chaos of the Cell games and Majin Buu right there with Goku. That makes her role in these interactions more layered, and honestly, a lot funnier with the tighter character connections.
Well, you have really nice hair. How about you be my girl? I'll give you a pizza.
But I'm already married to Bulma. That's idolatry, Hybis.
That's adultery, Goku.
It's all right. I'm perfectly fine with sharing.
Sorry, but I have a type. Black hair, muscles, himbo energy, really sweet. You know, stuff like that.
Bulma, do we have to be a throuple with Hybis now? I don't wanna. He smells weird.
Don't worry, Goku. We are not making a fruple with Hybis.
Oh, man.
It's okay, Hybis. I helped Master Roshi find girls before. I can help you too.
Really? That sounds nice. I don't need a pretty one. She just has to like me.
These kinds of moments are why ZAIMA works as more than just a remix of Daima. There's enough subtext and altered character dynamics here to make it actually worthwhile to think about as an alternate scenario, even if it's really similar and none of the major plot points actually change.
You know, I really missed this. When was the last time you went on a date, Bulma?
Of course you consider this a date. Goku, we almost got blown up.
Well, this is kind of what we do now, isn't it? Anything less would be kind of boring, right?
I guess you're right. I wouldn't have it any other way, Goku. Can't sleep?
No, not really. It feels like a dream. Running around and adventuring like we're kids again. Bulma, have you ever gotten something that you didn't know you needed?
Yeah, you.
Me too. If it weren't for you, Bulma, I'd still be on Mount Pasi right now. I told you before that I was glad you found me. I still am, but now I know that
Go on. I'm listening.
I made that decision on a whim, but deciding to be your boyfriend way back when, now I know. That was the best decision I've ever made, Bulma.
Aw, Goku. Here's some more adventures, even after this one.
Now, another fun note about this timeline is Vegeta's character arc having been massively accelerated. This is due in part to the fact that Lazuli's personality is complementary to Vegeta's. They balance each other out, and that year that they spent together in the time chamber during the Cell Saga basically taught Vegeta about humility and empathy. Humility because she kicked his ass, and empathy because after spending a year together and coming to understand one another, he obviously felt some type of way about it when Cell absorbed her. The emotional turmoil that Vegeta felt losing her to Cell, and then in turn his relief at getting her back after the battle, makes him more in tune with what he actually wants as a character. So as a result of all that, Zeta Timeline's Vegeta is a bit more self-aware and expressive, since Lazuli and Lapis by extension don't take all of his bluster and posturing seriously. Couple that with how much his experience in the Cell Saga humbled him, you get a much more narratively dense version of our Saiyan Prince.
Lazuli! Thank you. But this was my fight to lose.
You're welcome. Until you relearn how to use your body, I'm stronger than you right now. So you're gonna have to follow my lead. Can you handle that, Veggie?
So be it. Let's show this beast who's really on top of the food chain.
Take the low angle.
Then you take high.
Like I said, this version of Vegeta is still very much himself, but with the distinction that he skipped over his Majin episode due to his relationship with Lazuli, coupled with Goku surviving the Cell conflict in this timeline, meaning that they trained together regularly over the 7 years. While he's still prideful and combative, he's much less arrogant than he normally is, due in part to how being with a woman stronger than him fundamentally changed how he engages with other people. With that said, we'd still get this gem of a scene.
Come on, Vegeta, it's my turn now. You're out of energy.
Yeah, I'd rather die than bow out like you would.
Oh, here we go.
Vegeta, if you don't get your ship together and come back down here, I'm gonna let him kill you, and after I bury you, I'll remarry.
You're up, Kakarot. Don't screw this up.
Wow, Lazuli. I didn't know Vegeta liked you that much.
We have a working agreement. Now go finish this, Goku. We've got kids waiting for us. Looks like someone's learning. Since you made the right choice, maybe I'll let you be on top for a few seconds when we get home.
And also maybe a bath, if you want to.
Keep behaving and I'll consider it.
Either way, Lazuli wouldn't let Vegeta screw this up for everyone on accounts of his pride, and she'd of course approach it in a way that's very different from how Bulma did. At the end of the day, the plot itself doesn't really change. The heroes still travel through the demon realm, they still face the same trials, but the context changes everything. Goku isn't just a lone adventurer anymore. He's going on a nostalgic pseudo-honeymoon with his wife in this timeline. Vegeta isn't the same prideful counterpart to Goku, he's a man forced to grow alongside Lazuli. Even the comedy shifts because these new relationships add weight to old gags. And that's the fun of Dragon Ball ZAIMA. My Dragon Ball videos aren't about reinventing the story from scratch, it's about showing how one small change can ripple out into something richer, funnier, and more heartfelt. If this wasn't alternate enough for you, don't worry, the next time I do a Dragon Ball video, I'm going to be talking about the end of Z and GT eras of this timeline, which is going to be massively different given the fact that we have several brand new characters, as well as having everyone in different ending spots after Dragon Ball Z. So, stay tuned, enjoy life, and I'll see you all next time. Whenever that is.